What's good, YouTube? Swiftly here, back with another NBA 2K25 video, and in today's video I have another episode of Rare Builds for you guys. As you can see on your screen, today's episode we are creating a two-way slashing point forward. So with that being said, let's jump right into the build. Now obviously if you want to make this build, you have to make it at the small forward position, otherwise you won't get the name point forward. Height, I went 6'7", 215 with the 6'11 wingspan. You could tweak this custom template to your liking. This is just what I went with for my build. Obviously, you do have to make it small forward, but everything else you can tweak. And then for the attributes, we went with a 73. Hold on, let me reset this really quick. We went with a 73 on the close shot. We went 80 on the driving layup. On the driving dunk, we went 93. And then for the standing dunk, we went 49, and then we have 50 on the post control because that's what we had left over. Now, obviously, you see we're going to have posterizer, goal posterizer. I believe we're also going to have aerial wizard. You see we're going to have physical finisher as well on this build. We got some silver float game. We also have some bronze layup mix master as well. To help out with this build, and then you also have the 73 close shot. So you do have bronze paint prodigy and silver float game. So you can go down there in the post. Not that we have crazy high post control, but if you match up against a smaller build, I know as a 6'4" shooting guard, I often get put against small forwards. Sometimes I'm at the 3. Sometimes I'm playing against another 6'4", and then sometimes I'm playing against a 6'6" or a 6'7", or sometimes even a 6'8". And it is a challenge, even though I have a 72 interior defense, it is a challenge getting the contest on them in the paint. So not that they're going to drop step me or post spin me to death because they don't have high post control, but if they got high strength and they got a high close shot, they can still make some BS layups over me down low in the paint. So that's why I say, we do have the little bit of close shot, paint prodigy. That's going to help you where you do get that mismatch of like a 6'4", 6'3" guarding you at the 3 or whatever. You'll be able to have a little close shot. You'll be able to go down there. Obviously, again, you're not going to be drop stepping or doing post moves or post hooks, but you do have the close shot and the strength that you're going to need to take advantage of that if you do have that mismatch. Moving on to the shooting, there really is no shooting on this build, so I know this night not be what some of y'all like. Some of y'all can just tweak this. Maybe you could drop the driving dunk down, go to like an 87 for contact dunks, and then put like a little mid-range on this build. If you really want shooting. But I didn't put any shooting on it. This is basically going to be an inside playmaking, type of build. 41 midi, 46 mid-range, and then just the 66 on the free throw. If I would change anything, I guess I would try to tweak it just to get a little bit better free throw, because you are going to be in the paint on this build, so you want to be able to hit your free throws. Playmaking, we're looking at a 95 on the pass accuracy. We're looking at 86 on the ball handle, and we're looking at 75 with the speed with ball. That's enough to get gold bailout, versatile visionary, Hall of Fame break starter, and Hall of Fame dimer. Silver ankle assassin, handles for days, and the unpluckable, as well as silver lightning launch. And the main reason why I went higher on the pass accuracy and went 95 is just because this build, you're basically going to be driving and kicking with this build. At 6'7", you're basically going to drive and kick with this point forward type of build. This isn't like a build just for you to score or a build for somebody to be ISOing with. This is just basically like the ultimate team player build. You're going to be driving. You're going to have high level of passing, ball handling. You're going to basically just be looking to drive and get the defense to collapse on you and then pass out, which is why I went 95, just so that we get, the bailout and the versatile visionary, all of that on gold. If you want to tweak it again, like I said, you can drop the driving dunk down and then maybe drop the pass accuracy down to like 91 or something like that. Maybe 93, depending on how you feeling. You could drop that pass accuracy down to 91 and then drive the dunk down to 87 and then use that to put like, some mid-range, some free throw, whatever. You can do that, if there was going to be any tweaks made to the build, that's probably what I would do if you wanted shooting on the build. If you're fine with this build not having any shooting, but you still want to tweak it, I would probably put that into my post control, But yeah, that's the playmaking that we have for this build. Then on the flip side, we also have defense on this build as well too, which isn't too shabby. We have an 80 on the interior defense, And then we have 85, 85 on the perimeter and steal, which is enough for Silver Challenger, on-ball menace, pick dodger, immovable enforcer. Then we're also going to have Silver Glove and Gold Interceptor to play those passing lanes. And then we also have a 78 on the block as well, too, which is going to be enough to get High Fly Denier and Paint Patroller. So, again, this build will be able to play inside and out, you know, on defense. You know, you're going to have the 85 perimeter and steal, play them passing lanes, play good on-ball defense, but then you're also going to have the 80 interior defense with the 78 block. So you will be able to chase some shit down. You will be able to get some stops down low in the paint as well, too. And then, of course, we have the 60 defensive rebound with a 35 offensive board. 60 defensive rebound just gets you that bronze rebound chaser, so you can't come down there and help rebound with your team. And then for the physicals, we have an 85 on the speed. We have an 80 on the agility. We have an 84 on the strength. And then finally for the vertical, we have a 90 on the vertical. And right there you can see that 85 speed gets a silver high flying denier with gold slippery off ball. That 78 block getting us bronze paint patroller, so you will be able to chase down some stuff and get some blocks. The 80 agility gets us silver on ball menace, silver pick dodger, and of course gold slippery off ball. The 84 strength gets us that silver physical finisher, which is very vital with a build like this, because you're going to be going into the paint and driving, you know, going like downhill a lot. That physical finisher is going to kick in whenever you get sucked into a bad animation, or you're going up with a dunk and they pull you out of a dunk. That's when that physical finisher badge will kick in. Instead of posterizer or rise up or something like that, your badge that's going to kick in is going to be your physical finisher. And with silver, possibly even max plus one in this and going gold, you're going to make a lot of those bullshit animations where you're getting pulled out of your dunk. Whether you're using the dunk meter or you're using square or X to dunk, you're going to get pulled out of that dunk. You're going to want that physical finisher to help you with finishing that and one, or just, you know, finishing with through the contact and whatnot. Then on the flip side, we also have that 90 posterizer again, which is going to help with, you know, getting you know, better posterizer, because on the flip side, we have a 90 vertical already. We have the 93 drive and dunk, which means you only need 3 more points for your cap breakers to get a 96 to then get Hall of Fame posterizer, and then you can use the +1 on that and get legend posterizer at 96 if that's what you choose to do. Obviously, you don't have to do that. You can use your max +1 or something else, but that's just another way to look at it as well too. And you're gonna have, like, you know, those contact dunk animations that you get, I believe, at 96 as well too, because you're gonna have a 90 vertical as well. You know, some of those crazy uber athletic tomahawks and stuff. You also have Hall of Fame aerial wizard as well as silver high flying denier from the vertical as well too. And then of course when we create our build, we see the shades of, we see Scottie Pippen, we see Dort, and we see Oubre Jr. And then of course our build name, which is none other than the two-way slashing point forward. So there you have it. This is my two-way slashing point forward build for NBA 2K25. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K25 content. And of course, more rare builds like this. I'm out, y'all. Peace.